What's up, guys, and welcome back to Pokemon Arcade. My name is Jordan. If you guys are new here, this is a little bit different type of video than what we've done before. Today, I've got something really cool for you guys. We're going to start doing this maybe a little more regularly on the channel. We're going to see how it goes. I'm also thinking about accompanying it with a sister series, but we'll get into that probably some other time. But for now, what are we doing today? We are opening the Pokemon Sun and Moon Trainer Kit, Lycanroc and Alolan Raichu edition. It's two 30-card decks, a game booklet for learning how to play the card game, which despite how many cards I picked up as a kid, I've never learned how to do. And on top of that, we've got some other cool stuff in here to kind of look at. We're going to be talking about the art. We're going to be talking about, future plans, but mostly just kind of an art review, cool opening thing, see what we get. Now this obviously is kind of a pre-built set, so there's nothing really crazy going on there, but I think it's going to be fun no less. Up here in the corner, probably in this corner, haven't decided how this video is going yet, is going to be where we put the cards, but for now we'll take out my trusty knife and just get going. Remember, kids, always cut away from yourself so that you do not risk hurting yourself. You never want to cut towards your body. It's very important. Safety tip. Sliding out. Going in reverse order here. The rules. Yes, how to win a game, becoming a Pokemon master, talking about the different types of cards and stats. We have this Sun and Moon Trainer Kit. Get two different guides on how to use the decks, as well as a bunch of different damage counters and things like that. We have got our online code, which I'm not going to be showing because that sister series I was talking about might be learning how to play Pokemon TCG as a complete noob for the first time, because I know that Pokemon Online has some way to do that. I think it's free as long as you have your own cards, so there's a lot of cool stuff to do along with that. One thing I know is that I think that the two decks are both 30 cards, and that is weird because I believe they usually come with more. Forgot about this coin in here. Let's go ahead and take the coin out. I really like it. I'm a big fan of Alolan Raichu, by the way. Let's go ahead and take the plastic off. I don't know if you guys are like this as well, but I personally love taking plastic off of stuff. I love the way new cards smell. I love the way new video games smell. I love that stuff. And we're going to save the best for last. So we're going to do the Lycanroc deck. We have got this holographic Lycanroc card. It's got 110 HP. Shows that it's got a previous stage with Bite and Claw Slash, looking relatively cool. It's a midnight form. I'm actually going to stop showing you guys these videos because, like I said, I'm going to put them in the corner. I think we should kind of go over it. So I'd say, as you'd expect from Pokemon, it is a really cool holo. It's got, your height and weight information. It looks pretty good there. It's got its weaknesses, which is very helpful for people like me who don't remember their type charts super well. That actually might be a side effect to opening these cards that'll be really good for me. But I noticed it also has a Rockruff right underneath, looking pretty good. Cute Pokemon. You guys should be familiar with it. If you're watching this video, you're probably excited about it. But Rockruff is a very cute, very cuddable, but very vicious rock dog. Looking pretty good. Makes me think of Kukui right off the bat from Gen 7, which we are playing right now. If you guys want to check it out, that is also still going on the channel, the Sun Ghost Monologue. Feel free to check it out. There is a playlist in the description. It'll probably be in the card of this video. But I'd say the art on this is pretty good. We've got the Midnight Form Lycanroc. He's a werewolf. He's based on that. He's got the cool over-the-head mohawk, looking at the moon, getting excited to fight there. And then Rockruff just looks vicious, ready to go. No fear in the world, ready to take on whatever else he is fighting around him. It looks like he's already smashed some rocks around him. He's in a canyon, looking pretty cool. And then the energy cards are obviously going to be pretty easy. So we've got some fighting energy cards. They look pretty similar to when I was a kid, not a lot changing there. And we do, of course, have a big Malasada, which is a heal 20 damage and remove a special condition from your active Pokemon card. That is a big thing from the POW version of Pokemon Sun and Moon, of course. He's really into these. I still have never tried one. Don't know if they're a real thing, or if there's any kind of a, symbol of that, like what the real thing is, the inspiration for it was. I don't know if, because it's based on Hawaii, if Hawaiians have a thing called Malasada or something similar, I'm not sure. This looks more like a jelly donut, which is weird because I was thinking of something like an actual meal, but hey, it is what it is. After that, we have got another fighting energy card and a Great Ball, which looks really good. It's an opening animation, blue and red, very classic, looks good. You get to check out a lot of cards on your deck and put them into your, put a random Pokemon into your hand. So that's pretty cool. It seems like it could be useful. Then after that, we got another energy. And then we've got Trainer Hal for drawing 3 cards. What do you know it? Hal's just like Pot of Greed. He just is a little bit more greedy than that. So, probably got a limited number in his deck. I'm guessing a limited number of what you are allowed to have of Hal's in your deck. Kind of like how that goes in the previous Yu-Gi-Oh reference that I was making there. Next up, we've got Toucannon, looking pretty good. Stage 3 Pokemon, of course. He's got Echoed Voice and Beak Blast, very much makes sense. Still looking just as angry, every bit as angry as he does in the game. Reminds me of the Fruit Loops dude, 100%. Got some nice flowers around him, up on the beak, which is up on the branch, which is a little bit weird because if you notice in this card up on the screen right now, his claws are not clamped down onto the branch, but he's clearly on a round branch, which is a little bit disappointing, to be honest with you. I'd like to think that they do a little bit better there than they have previously with art, but you know, hey, it is what it is. Here we got another Great Ball. Looks like we're gonna get through these pretty fast because the cards are, you know, they're kind of hit and miss. It's a little bit easier to talk about the Pokemon than anything else. So we got another Fighting Energy, and then we got another Howl, looking good. Then we got a Makuhita coming up with Surprise Attack and Strength, looking pretty nice. Fighting type from Hoenn, one of my favorite games. You know, the Gen 3s, big fan of those. So we got Surprise Attack and Strength. It looks like we're going to be kind of rock and fighting focused here. That's interesting, actually, now that I think about it. I don't actually know Lycanroc's type. I was thinking that he was, in fact, a rock type, but maybe he's not. Maybe he's rock fighting. Like I said, I don't know my types very well, so that's why it's good that they're on the cards. But Makuhita here walking through a nice foresty area, which kind of weird because I'm used to him being in caves, specifically Dewford Cave, but overall looks pretty good. Looks a little bit older in the art, honestly. It's kind of faded, but you know, it is what it is. And then we got another Lycanroc looking the same as before. We won't spend a lot of time here. He is the same but non-holographic. Still a good looking card though. I'm enjoying it. He's got some, I think he's got different moves. Here he's got Bite and Claw Slash. No, it's the same. I'm just being dumb. Next up we got Pikipek, baby form Toucannon. Of course, you know you're gonna expect a lot of Sun and Moon Pokemon in this because of how it runs in the starter deck here, the trainer kit specifically. I'm not sure how much the generations affect the rule sets of Pokemon, but I'm sure like most card games, they kind of change a lot every year. But overall, Pikipek doing his woodpecker thing, looking good here. I like his color scheme a lot. I know a lot of people kind of look over this as a basic bird, but I'm a big fan of it. I think it was really fun. I used the Toucannon in my first playthrough, and it was enjoyable. Next up, we got another Rockruff, so we're just going to move past that. And then we've got Fletchinder, another Pokemon that I used for the first time when I was playing through Gen 7 because I had skipped so many games. He's got the moves Flap and Razor Wind, looking pretty decent. You know, mid-level fire flying bird here, looking decent amount of attack, just flying through the air. A little bit weird. It looks kind of like he's underwater with the way they kind of drew it here. The only thing that if you took the leaves out and the trees out, I would definitely believe if he was to be underwater, but overall pretty good. Young Goose is too much, you know, like people we don't talk about, so we're just gonna move right past him. Fletchling looking really cute here. Of course, the baby Firebird, I think he's just flying here. Growl and Flap looking really good. Doesn't really have a background behind him, which is interesting. I wonder how many, you know, the Pokemon breakdowns go there with a background versus non-background, but overall pretty solid looking card. Pretty excited about it. You know, got that electric type weakness. And we got ourselves a whole bunch of energies here. Moving on back to Trumbeak, and then we got Caterpie at the back. We'll get to Caterpie in a second, but Trumbeak is rocking out with Bullet Seed. Weird choice here as a grass move. I'm pretty sure it's still a grass move, but it's here for a normal energy. 20 times 4 coins. Attack does 20 damage for each hand. That's also weird because I believe it's 2 to 5 hits in the games, but overall looking pretty decent here. I'm guessing you have to evolve Pokemon in the TCG, but you know, we'll figure that out later. And then we got a Caterpie back here. It looks very similar to a Caterpie card I feel like I used to have. Maybe they don't change the art too much in the TCG, but overall strong, you know, strong art. Again, a little bit older looking, which is kind of interesting. I noticed that the newer Pokemon have a lot of more updated looking art, so perhaps that is a thing where they kind of keep their older art and just update it for the colors and things as they move forward through the years. And that, guys, is the Lycanroc deck. But overall, pretty fun to look through. Pretty good stuff here. I'm a fan, but now we're getting to the real big stuff here. We're going to get into the Alolan Raichu. To start off, of course, we have our holographic surfing Alolan Raichu with Quick Attack and Electric Surfer. That's not a real move, I don't think, but that's okay. Pretty decent attack stat. Shows he evolves from Pikachu, of course. You know, he has a weakness to rock types, but overall, I like this card a whole lot. It's probably going to be at the top of whatever I'm keeping for now. But, you know, it looks really good. The colors are solid. I love Alolan Raichu's design. I love the rethink of it. He's my favorite Alolan form. I also love his shiny. His shiny is perhaps one of my favorite shinies ever. So if I can figure out a good way to hunt that, maybe we'll do that on the channel at some point. And of course, right behind that, we have got Pikachu, our series mascot, looking really good, sitting in a field of flowers, rubbing his cheeks, enjoying the nice wind. It appears to be rolling over him through the field that he's looking at right here. Decent HP. You know, he's got I don't know if this is a misprint or not, but he has Tail Whap and Spark. Probably not a misprint, probably just a TCG thing, but overall pretty decent. I wonder if he has to come up from Pichu or not, because I noticed Pichu is not listed on here as a Pokemon that has to follow him. And then we got some Psychic Energies. I'm gonna just kind of roll past these. They look the same as they used to look. I think they've kind of all stayed that way. It's a little bit weird to me that they're in here. I don't know what Pokemon we're gonna have that needs them. I guess it's Alolan Raichu. Alolan Raichu is part Psychic type, but he has no energy there that no move there that needs that energy, so I don't really know what's happening there. And then we've got Togedemaru, of course, one of the Pikachu clones. He's a, very round boy. I think is Togedemaru or Pachirisu the one that almost won a VGC championship, or did win a VGC championship or something. But either way, I'm not a big fan of him. I don't think the Pikachu clones are necessarily necessary. That was a weird statement. But they are what they are. The art looks okay. I enjoy his color scheme fine, but he's just a little too round. Like he's too obviously going for the cuteness that they lost from Pikachu, and they made him less fat, to be honest with you. I mean, they made him a skinnier boy, and people were like, yo, great for you, Pikachu. You went on a diet, but at the same time, we miss fat, chubby, plump Pikachu. And then we got another Great Ball up after that, and another Energy, and another Howl. So moving on from those, we move down here to Drowsy. Okay. There's our Psychic Pokemon. He's got Psychic Boom and Headbutt, looking pretty decent. Again, an older looking art. He's kind of walking down the beach here, looking pensive. He's thinking about his Pokedex entry where he's said to be stealing kids with his hypnosis. But he's doing what he's doing. He's all right. I'm not a big fan of Drowsy. I don't hate Drowsy. He kind of looks like Winnie the Pooh with pants, but as an anteater instead of a bear. I guess that makes him a lot different than Winnie the Pooh. But either way, decent card. Moving on. I bet we see a Hypno later on if I had to guess there. And then we've got, of course, a Great Ball and a Psychic Energy and Howl again. And then we got Beware. That's cool. All right, he's got the moves Bear Hug and Superpower, looking pretty decent. 130 HP. Probably got a Stuffle in here somewhere as well. His art's kind of the oldest looking one that we've seen out of all the Pokemon, really. And in Gen 7 here. It's a little bit weird. He's a little more faded, but he's just out in the woods, looking curious, but he's going to attack you. Beware the bears. Beware the Bewares. And moving on from that, we do have another Alolan Raichu looking just as good. Honestly, it might like his coloring even more than the Holo, just because it kind of lets it stand on its own, And then we got a Grubbin. Interesting. Basic bug. Gen 7 electric bug. Pretty cool, I guess. Don't love him, don't hate him. Vikavolt I've kind of come around to, but we got a lot of other electric types in this particular setup of a deck. Then we got a Potion, so that's kind of new. Looks like a potion. Not a whole lot to add to that. It's obviously in the middle of its spray. Heals some damage. Heals a little bit more damage than in the actual game. So I'll take note of that. Got another Pikachu. We'll move on past him. And then we got a Spearow. Okay, you peck bugs. Great. Couldn't just be peck. Had to be peck bugs. All right. Again, older looking art. I'm very curious. I'm kind of wanting to look this up when I'm done to see what's happened here and how he may be different and what he might be doing and exactly what's going on with the art here. Why does the art look so old? But decent looking Pokemon. We got some electric energies. We got a Zubat, and here we go. Here is an old Pokemon with a new art. Very interesting. Zubat's got the move Astonish, which is cool. He's Zubat, kind of known for it. Looks good. It's got his no eyes, got his teeth. Again, another Pokemon I'd expect to find in a cave that I'm not seeing in a cave here, but overall, I'm pretty happy with this art. Looking pretty decent. I noticed that, again, there's types that don't have energies that I'm aware of, and I guess Psychic and Poison Energy are the same, so that's interesting. Got a bunch of electrics here, and then we got Golbat, again, another old Pokemon, same line, of course, in a newer art format, again, in the woods. A little bit weird. He's got Super Poison Breath and Acrobatics. That's cool. Nothing in Acrobatics about held items as in the game, so I'm assuming there's no held items in this. And I wonder if there's a Crobat in this deck, because Crobat's really cool, and I'd be excited to see that. Moving on, we have Stuffle. Looks like our last Pokemon. We have a bunch of electric energies, and then we got Stuffle with a Tackle. He's a real basic looking dude. Again, he's got a slightly older looking art, but even then, more colorful, more vibrant, more in line with the other newer Pokemon that we see in here. So I guess that is just maybe not necessarily a trend. Maybe I'm reading more into it than there should be here, but Stuffle, decent Pokemon, looks okay. No particular attachment to him, and guess he rounds out the deck okay. Curious to see how all these Pokemon kind of play together. as I'm learning a little bit more about this game. But there you have it, guys. That was our first unboxing. That's everything kind of here, looking good. You know, we're gonna get it put away, get the shots taken for the rest of the cards, and let me know what you guys thought. Make sure to hit the like button if you enjoyed. Subscribe if you want to see some more. Let me know in the comments. You know, I asked a couple of questions along the way. Maybe you guys can teach me some things. Let me know if you'd want to see that kind of sister video of learning how to do the TCG. As somebody who knows Pokemon pretty well but doesn't know really anything about how the card game gets played. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.